So what's my mother?
Yes, sir. We are live. It is Tuesday night. Once again, the boys are back together. We have obviously seen a lot of...
You're welcome. You said the boys are back, and it took so long to start.
We've seen a lot of parades over the last week. We do have an announcement to make. We actually have partnered up an ambassadorship/sponsorship with WGG. It is an energy drink source. They have actually provided us with a shaker bottle cup, and I would recommend this Hydro Madness, Monkey Madness is the actual promo for it. And also they do have great energy drink, Jitterless energy blends. You mix them into your bottle. You can use the code RTC Sports at w.gg. So if you guys like it, let us know. Use the promo code RTC Sports at w.gg. Other than that, welcome back to the show. Everybody's back together. We started a little bit late. We had a little bit of tech difficulties at the beginning, but we are back. We got some banger of news that's popped up. Obviously, a lot of trade talks in the NBA. We got the NHL parade that happened. We have the NBA parade that happened. And going into the NHL parade, we actually have a couple of pictures that we're going to be pulling up showing the differences in, not the differences, but I guess more comparisons of the parades and what we could find. I think we should start with the Golden Knight one, Chris, if you have that one, the Vegas one. We couldn't find a overshot over it, like a overhead shot or whatever. We couldn't find one, unfortunately. So we only found the closest things that we could, showing the amount of people. Domo
it's almost like go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Domo had a idea that the possibility of it not being on there is probably because it's on the strip, which makes sense that they won't shut down the whole strip, especially because it's Vegas. But you can definitely see how big of a
that thing is huge,
crowd
bro.
is there, though.
That's massive. That's massive.
I think that's so dope right here.
Yeah, with the drones, that's fucking sick, dude. Of course, Vegas has to do it huge, right?
Oh yeah. I
mean, they don't
How
win
drunk,
championships.
how drunk do you think all these guys are, bro?
Every year.
From what I understood, so one of the podcasts I listened to a ton, Spit and Chicklets. There are a couple of retired NHL players and all that stuff. They were there for the final, and they said at 1 o'clock way before the game even started, Vegas, it was a lock that they were going to win, and they obviously did shit kick them. I think it was 9-3 is what the score was, but they were partying at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's a night game, and they were partying like they already won. It's over, and the game hadn't even been played yet. So yeah, everybody there has got to be wasted, and bankrupt probably because they lost all their money betting. So
yeah, seriously. I mean, the amount of people that are already in Vegas without them winning a championship is crazy.
Oh yeah.
So with them winning the championship, everybody came out and partied with them. So it's definitely tight, though.
Conor McGregor was there. There's all kind of people there, just going crazy. They said Conor McGregor drove by in a limo by one of the bars on the strip or whatever, and then somebody was like, "Look at Conor McGregor," and everybody turned around, and Conor McGregor's just sticking his head out of a limo, screaming at people, and he's just screaming like nothing. He's just yelling. They drove off.
He said he drove off?
Yeah, the limo just took off, and he was like, ah. And they just
He must have been drinking.
Just going nuts.
He must have been drinking at 1 o'clock in the afternoon too.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
seriously, for
Hey,
sure.
hey Mike, that's a nice drinking cup you got there, Mike.
Oh, thanks. It's sponsored by w.gg. Get your own and use our code RTC Sports. Get it. But yeah, I think it's cool to see the parades, though, especially after we had our COVID issues and stuff like that. There was no parades for certain title winners and all that stuff. So I like seeing the parades back in action because I feel like it's such a party to go to. It's you won the cup or you won the trophy this season, and then you get to party with the crowd. I feel like the players enjoy it too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
In my opinion,
they feed off of it. I mean, everybody feeds off of it.
What do y'all think
What
do y'all think the best city to party in though would be? Like a party.
It's hard to argue with Vegas. I mean, it's fucking Las Vegas.
No, I think sports-wise, I'm going to go Boston.
They are diehard out there.
Yeah.
They are
I think
definitely
I'll go
diehard.
Boston, Red Sox, Patriots, whatever it is.
They partied too much. The Patriots partied too much already. Let's get over that. That's never happening again.
Well, Brady's retiring.
Yeah.
Never say
Word on
never.
the street.
bro, that is-
Domo, I think you had said earlier before we started recording that there was a couple of injuries reports that you had for the NHL.
There's a ton of injury reports, and so just like any team,
the
NFL
NHL.
or whatever it might be,
Yeah.
whatever it might be, like
NHL.
they're not gonna, if they're still playing or they're questionable, they're not going to tell you what's wrong with them. You know what I mean? Just it's an upper body, it's a lower body. He's struggling with this, with that. They don't go into detail, but it always happens, especially after a team loses in the playoff. Immediately the injury report comes out. This player had this player had that. I just wanted to bring up two players, both on Florida, and obviously Florida, they were number 8 seed coming in, Cinderella story, all that stuff, and and Vegas worked them, and Vegas really wasn't injured very much. Two things, and it would be funny. I think Carlos, you'll laugh because I bring it up like every episode, but Anthony Davis leaving in a fucking wheelchair. Okay, now listen to this. Listen to this. Ekblad in the first round of the playoffs, that first round went 7 games. He broke his foot in game 2. He still played. He still played round 2. He still played in the Eastern Conference Final, and he still played in the final. With a broken foot, he separated his shoulder twice in the Eastern Conference Final, and he tore his oblique.
Damn.
And he still played the whole time.
Holy shit!
And then the last thing I wanted to bring up is
You guys
Matthew
are built
Tkachuk,
different.
who's their leader. He broke his sternum in game 3. And the next period came out and got the game winner. His brother, Brady Tkachuk, who is the captain of the Ottawa Senators, stayed with him on traveling on the road and everything. It would help him in and out of bed, help him do this, help him do that. Before game 4, he was trying to tie it up, but his teammates were tying his skates up for him, putting his pads on him. He had a broken sternum.
Dude, how do
He
you...
was still playing.
Just a question, bro. Like, honestly, what do you got to be on, like, mentality-wise to be like, you know what?
It's-
I'll lace up today. That's crazy,
Exactly.
bro.
It's and you can say the same for any sport, you know what I mean? Because every sport has like, MMA fighters, they get their shit all broken up and they still want to fight and everything like
Yeah.
that. But like, it's a different animal when it comes to the NHL and just hockey in general. I'm not saying like these minor leaguers, they're not going. They might want to play, but they're like, nah, dude, you're not doing that. But this is like the highest level you can get to, and I'm sure they had some shots at every team, every sport does it, but I mean. A broken sternum, I don't know. How do you breathe? Like, how do you know what I mean? Because everything's just. I just wanted to bring that up because it's the close of the playoffs and that's playoff hockey and that's what it's all about. You get to that point and they're getting the shit kicked out of them, but they're still trying to. We can do it. Let's go. And
Yeah, well, I feel like you said, like, it's playoffs. This is like your last chance to put your name out there. You know what I mean? For most of these players too. But
a lot of these
it's the
players they may
adrenaline.
never get there again.
Yeah,
they may
exactly.
never get there again.
Exactly.
They played their whole lives and never get there again. It's like
Yeah.
it may
Yeah,
never
but
happen ever.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it makes sense. I'm saying it makes sense, but I mean, I broke my foot and I was out for 3 months from working from home. So it makes sense that they're like.
But you were not playing. You were not playing hockey.
Yeah, exactly. So and then it makes sense that they're going to be pushing it. You know what I mean? Like that they're going to want the adrenaline to push it. Because, like you said, that there's a possibility some of these players don't come back and make it to the Stanley Cup final. So,
Do you think there's like, because there's a lot of, especially I see it mostly in basketball, where like for instance, let's say the Lakers versus the Celtics, whatever, and the Lakers lose the series, and then afterwards one of the players comes out, yeah, and my thumb was broken, I couldn't be 100%. How true do you think these stories are? Like, honestly speaking, like, do you think it's like straight facts? Like, yeah,
I think
his thumb was actually broken because
I
like
think in basketball it's exaggerated. I think that they come out with these excuses afterwards, in my opinion, because then you don't hear any reports of, oh, he's going to miss 6 months, or he's in rehab for 6 months.
But
it's like,
It's like,
surgery on his thumb.
they just come out and say, oh, out of nowhere, Anthony Davis, broke his quad or whatever.
why is it always Anthony Davis, bro?
For real, stop picking up my boy,
obviously,
man.
Because
it
he
makes
left
sense.
in a wheelchair
Yeah.
and then came back the next day. Like,
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, it makes sense that, like, and then you don't hear anything. And then you're back up the next day, And this is why people don't follow football, European football, because of the
But
flopping,
isn't it-
and then they're rolling their legs, and then they're fine. Like, it just, I don't know. It just seems too coincidental.
But I think
for
in
me.
basketball, more injuries are more secretly in the playoffs though than the season.
Yeah.
Just because the fools are gonna want to, like you just said, like they might not come back to the playoffs. So I'm a hush about my little broken pinky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would.
Well,
For me to play, because I know if I
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I if I say something, that's it. I'm not playing, and that's it. I'm not even gonna show my face on the court. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
it's like to
it
me
is kind of
like
fake, but not all of them.
to me like an example of not controversial. I mean, it is a controversial play. I don't know if you guys remember, but like you guys can look up the video. But Kurt Schilling, Red Sox versus Yankees, ALCS Game 6, back in '04, whenever they finally won the championship. He had the bloody sock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
There's to this day, there's a lot of Yankees fans that say no, that was him trying to be like
Oh.
extra, and when he went to the dugout and put something on his sock. But you can see the play. It's whenever he gets stepped on, and that's one of the most iconic videos and pictures is a pitcher on the mound with a bloody sock and pitching because that was the year they won. So who knows, like. If I think it was real clearly. I don't think there's any doubt, at least for me. But if you ask any like diehard Yankees fan, they're like, no, that was like what is it, the like red color dye or something like that.
Yeah.
Just to make it more epic than it was.
But you're asking Yankee fans. Of course they're
I
gonna
was about
say
to
that
say.
against the Boston.
Yeah.
Of
That's like their
course.
huge rival.
No.
Yeah,
I know.
they're gonna
I
say
know that.
Put ketchup on it, bro. I mean, yeah, of course they can say that.
I get that, but it's like this. It's like the same thing when we're talking about like. So I'm pretty sure there's people maybe in the the Florida Panthers that are like, no, there's no way that injury is real. How could he be getting up every single day? I'm not knocking Domo's thing. I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty sure there's people out there, fans, diehard fans, that are like, there's no way he's actually playing and beat our ass with a broken sternum. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
People
You know what I
are
mean?
different, bro. Remember Kobe
Oh,
when he
facts.
dislocated
thumb?
his finger and he popped it right back in. He went back in.
Yeah.
There was no injury report. Where's the injury report at? There was none.
Or him
a
going
lot
back out
too.
to finish his free throws whenever his ACL, whatever it was.
No, he blew his Achilles, bro.
Achilles.
His
Okay,
Achilles.
yeah, that's what it was.
And
I
still went
remember
back,
that.
hit
Yeah.
two free throws, and walked off. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cody
So-
Rhodes,
so
same
to-
thing in the Hell in a Cell. tore his pec, and he still
Hey,
wrestled afterwards.
you
I'm
show
saying,
right
oh,
though. I don't care what they say, bro.
Yeah, I don't care what they're saying.
Hey, bro,
Well, what Paolo said, like in the
Okay.
I
regular
dare you to
season-
jump off of a ladder.
in the regular
No,
season,
you're a kid.
NBA and hockey, like they're both 82 game seasons. So like, let's say Matthew Tkachuk broke his sternum game 20. Yeah, he would miss 6-8 weeks or whatever it is, sports medicine to heal. It's just, and that would come out. He's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. Blah blah blah.
Yep.
And the
Easy.
playoffs, if he's still going to play, you might see some production go down. But that's what's crazy about Matthew Tkachuk. He broke his sternum, came out and got the game winner, and then in game 4 still played limited minutes, but
Yeah.
was on the ice trying to tie it. And after that, it was just like, dude, I'm done. I got nothing left. I'm
Yeah.
falling apart here.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And you got to
But he-
respect that. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like,
facts.
Oh, but he
facts.
left it
I mean-
all on the court, though. He left it all on the ice.
Yeah, on the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the ice. Yeah. But it's,
Yeah.
it's the same thing in any sport. I mean, there's if you watch an NFL game before every game, especially if you do fantasy football, is he in? Is he in? He's questionable. Questionable with what? They don't say. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Especially in the
Right.
playoffs. Especially because
Correct.
I mean, I feel like if it was me, I feel like you'd have to be pretty dirty to go after a player. Let's say he's got a bad knee, to go after that knee, but at the same time, like, you're trying to win. So it's like, yeah, he's got a lower body injury, but like, we're not going to say what, because somebody could go after that and really take him out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
then it
for
kind of
real.
puts a target on their back too. So,
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, I think you worded it right with like the fantasy football, especially because you're constantly checking it. Like, all right, is he playing this week? Is he going to play this week?
Yeah.
And then it comes to like game time decision, and it'll say X player is starting or whatever. Or
And if he is and he has a hand injury and he's a receiver, how many catches is he actually going to get?
gonna
Yeah.
get?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, how many like honestly speaking, like the Odell Beckham Jr. one in the Super Bowl, whenever he was with the Rams.
Is
Well, I
neat.
think that's the only Super Bowl he's been in. But what was it? He tore his ACL. I think that one was an ACL.
Yeah.
Is there any force of push for a player to just be like, you know what? And it's a torn ACL. I get that, but where there's so much energy in the stadium, the arena, whatever it is, and they're like, man, I want to go back out there one more time just to like catch one or whatever it is. Or do you think it's just like good riddance? I did my part.
Yeah,
Take
so
from
I'm
here.
not gonna defend
Some-
Odell
yeah.
because he's obviously a wishy-washy player too, because there's constant either drama or something's going on. He can't make up his mind where he wants to play. What I will say though is that he was having probably his best performance that season in that Super Bowl prior to him getting hurt and leaving. And according to the reports, I mean, who knows how true this is that he did want to come out or come back out, but they told him no, you can't come out with that with your.
He had
torn
already
ACL.
scored. He had already scored, so
He was
I-
having his best
yeah,
performance, and in my opinion, he probably wanted to come out and continue to play, but
he just
obviously
couldn't.
you can't physically, especially
Yeah,
in football.
some
because it's a
injuries.
contact
Yeah, some
sport.
injuries don't let you. Like some injuries.
Yeah,
you just,
exactly.
You just can't. Like Brock
Exactly.
Purdy. You remember when he blew it? He tried his best.
Oh man, yeah, he tried, dude.
He tried. You just can't. He just that
Mm-hmm.
couldn't happen. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
At the same
know what I
time, like even if you could come back, like let's say it's a severe injury and you got the adrenaline, I can do it. It's the coach's job to put the best players for the best chance on the field. And if you just tore your ACL, the likelihood
You're not
of
going to help
you
us.
making a big play or whatever, it's not going to happen. Like
Yeah,
most
yeah.
likely.
Right.
And two, if you just got helped off the field and your left leg is up, the other team knows he's fucked up. So when Odell goes on the
Let's
field,
hit him.
most likely they're not going to throw it to him. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
he just
And-
limped off the field or had to
They,
get
they
helped
can
off.
release a couple.
And
Like
that's
a
it.
couple
That's
guys, not double
exactly
team.
Correct.
that's exactly what happened with Brock Purdy. You remember, they saw the injury and then that's where they were going to hit him. It wasn't like, yeah, let's take it easy on him, pobrecito. No, you want to, it's a game. It's a competitive game. You want to win. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know why we're talking
I mean,
about injuries,
I
but
think,
it's fun.
I think it's hats off to the players that push through it
Mm-hmm.
and actually want to win the title or get a ring that season and leave everything out on the court or on the ice.
Yeah.
In this case, on the ice.
Who's more hungry?
So and it comes down to like who's going to be the better athlete. And if you're injured and you're going to be 75% when we need you 100, it's probably best for you to just kind of, all right, you know what, we're not going to sacrifice you getting even more hurt, and you're not
Yeah.
coming back next season
Especially
or whatever.
in
the
the
case
playoffs or finals or something like that.
especially in the finals, like
Correct.
Stanley Cup. And all that
Heck
shit,
yeah, bro.
And I just say with Ekblad, prayers go out to Ekblad. Broken foot, separated shoulder twice, and he tore his oblique, and he still played the whole time. So it's like,
Yeah, that's like a
Jesus,
like 1,000 Ways to Die when they used to show like where the injury happened. and that was
it's like he got
red.
tortured.
Yeah, he's like red all over. Like that's where the injury happened.
When the predator sees you and all he sees is the heat, all the injuries, it's like
Yeah,
just
that's
glowing
exactly.
red. Like,
That's exactly, dude. Yeah, he was probably over
It's
it.
just like
dude.
like Tyler Hero. Huh?
He was in
couldn't
on
play
screen.
for the Heat. He couldn't play for the Heat either.
Yeah.
Just-
yeah, we talked
And
about
usually
that.
because
We
you
talked
need
about it,
your
and
shooting
he was
hand.
he was a key player on their squad. Even though he wasn't with them in that deep run that they made in the playoffs, but he's a big key to
He's a
their-
key player.
Yeah, he's a key
he is a
player,
key player.
to them, defensive
yeah.
and offensively.
Yeah, and he makes a difference on the court. And when he's on the
Huge.
court, you see the way the defense adjusts. Okay, now we got to cover Tyler Hero too. Not that it would have made a difference because Denver Nuggets were just overpowering everybody. But
Same thing with
it
Vegas.
could have changed things every now and then. Maybe the three would have gone to Tyler Hero and tied the game or whatever. Like you never know. And we live in this what-if world, but in this case, obviously, reality says Denver won. And speaking of Denver, I think, Chris, you have their parade picture, right, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, one
for
second.
the NBA. The Joker did make an appearance, but he did bounce, and he was seeing his horses race back in Serbia the weekend after.
Did you guys see when they told him, "Hey, you're gonna be at the parade"? He's like, "It's a parade. I want to go home."
Yeah,
Yeah,
ready to
yeah.
get out of there. Yeah, and we talked about that last weekend. That he was just like, I'm ready. Like, okay, I won, whatever. Get me out of here. And then he lost his MVP trophy. Like, what the hell?
He left
It
it
was
in the-
all over the place.
Bro.
In the
Yeah.
what was it like
Oh
the
my god!
trainer's room.
yeah the
something.
trainer's room.
Which I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, you just want a ring. Your season's over, and now it's time for a vacation. But it's like you gotta show a little bit of emotion, bro. You just
Well, then
wanted-
but the good thing is that whenever he was at
bro.
whenever he was at the parade, he acknowledged that and he was like, yeah, I love this. So at least he had a great time at the parade.
yeah.
It's probably management told him, like, look, man, like, you're making all this money. These
Yeah.
people want to see you. You
Told
act like you
you,
want to
hey,
be here.
A lot of people were talking
Yeah, like
about
these
it,
people,
bro.
these
A lot
people
of
want to
were
see you,
talking
bro.
about it.
Like
Yeah.
season
It's
ticket
their
holders,
first
big.
championship ever.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Their first
So
championship ever.
You want to see the top guy. You know what I mean? You want to see your
He is the guy for them. He is
your
the guy.
MVP. You want to see the face of the franchise.
He is
you
the
know what I
guy.
mean?
He's the new Larry
it's
Bird.
Yeah, it's like if for I guess we could put it in an easier example. It's like the Yankees winning the World Series back in the day, and then Derek Jeter's like, I'm not making any kind of appearances. Like, y'all can keep that. Like, no, of course not. You're the captain for one. Two,
I'm sure that's a requirement. You know what I mean?
Like you have to show
like
up
during press conferences and shit. It's a requirement. Like
yeah, I mean you have to show up.
They can say no and you can leave, but
It
you're gonna
shouldn't
get in
even
trouble.
be a
and get fined,
requirement,
suspended.
though. It's like, bro, we just won the
Yeah,
championship.
but I mean that's what it is.
You gotta.
That's what it is, huh?
I wouldn't even call it a requirement. It's just like, bro, it's part of the damn celebration.
Well, no, look at Marshawn Lynch. I don't want to be here, but I'm required to be here.
Yep.
And they'd ask him a question. I'm just trying to do my job. I don't want to be
just here so I don't get fined.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
That's
just here so I don't get fined. Exactly.
That's
exactly.
the press conference shit, though. He didn't want to do, right?
I know. I'm saying it's like kind of the same thing.
The same thing.
That's at the parade. Jokic can't just fucking leave. You need to be here.
You
know
need
what
to
I
be
mean?
here.
Like,
Yeah,
like you're the star player. You gotta be
people
here.
have been camping out all night to see this fucking parade, to see you. You know what I mean? Like, you're the face of the franchise. You better be here. Like, it has to be in the contract somewhere. Like, it has to be. I agree with Carlos too. Like, it shouldn't be a requirement. They should want to be there,
yeah,
but
it shouldn't be.
but it makes sense that like it is a requirement.
It's like, hey, are
packed,
you
dude.
coming to the parade? Like, I'm the main player, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, that place was packed too. But they were partying, man. I like that shirt he had. That the coach had. That shit was tight. Yeah, he said, yeah, that shit was tight, man.
That fool
Congrats
Gordon
to
was
them.
walking
Obviously,
through
they
the
partied.
streets, huh? That fool Gordon,
That's just
he
dope.
was just walking
Yeah.
through all the crowd.
Yeah.
All the
It's
players
see-
were. They were just running around, bro. They were just having
With
fun.
no,
time of their
no
lives.
shirt on.
It's a second party, and it's in Denver. You know what I mean? So they definitely partied.
They were all busting, whatchamacallit. From the
what?
Cavaliers. Remember, all he did is take off his shirt and constantly for days.
J.R. Smith. Yeah.
J.R. Smith,
That fool Gordon's been out without a shirt like for days too.
He's living the dream, bro. He's living his forever
I ain't
dream.
mad at
There,
him.
there
I
were
ain't
some.
mad at
There
him.
were some people or some players next day that posted on their Instagram and they tweet like on their Twitter, and they were like, I'm struggling today. I'm like extremely hungover, and I'm blaming Jokic for this because I guess he definitely outdrank everybody and partied really hard.
He was
with
Russian.
everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
so
what to
it
say.
makes
Yeah.
sense that he drank heavy
We
for
drink the
sure.
vodka.
But yeah, we just wanted to show the pictures of the parades because obviously it was a big celebration in Denver and in Vegas. Vegas is still partying, not because of the Golden Knights, but just because it's a party city. But
You see that one comment?
That's a
You see that one
comparison.
comment?
It's a
It says
comparison
Justin-
of the Denver Broncos. What's the Denver team for NHL, Domo?
The Colorado Avalanche.
Okay, and then you got the NBA Nuggets. Well, the NBA Nuggets, the Denver Nuggets at the bottom.
yeah,
The NBA Nugs.
Damn,
Right now
that's
they own the NBA, so yeah.
it says Denver is one of the sports cities, so I mean it makes sense. But I mean, like the Broncos, they ain't gonna do nothing with Russell Wilson moving forward. So that was their.
I was gonna say.
They have
I was gonna say one of the comments.
quick.
He's gonna go to the
Comment
Packers.
said that if New York wins it,
forget
it'll
him.
become Gotham City.
Dang.
That's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's our recap on the weekend of parades for this last week, I guess.
Birds of my city.
Jokic is back in Serbia, and he's watching his horse races. Congrats to the city of champions, I guess.
Wait, that's not even a joke. That's real. There's videos of him already in the horse races.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
He
Yeah,
probably
he's
owns the
definitely out there.
horses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are his horses.
Probably,
That's why he was there, and that's why he wanted to leave so early. But yeah, so that's our week recap of the NHL and the NBA. Obviously, we don't have a lot going on with that right now because it's over. So we do have some trade talks already with like Bradley Beal going to Phoenix and shit like that. So those are things to keep an eye on.
God damn, Bradley Beal.
There's a lot of speculation that the Phoenix Suns bench is going to look like starting five from elementary school because they've invested everything into their actual starting five instead of the bench. So they're not going to have any like position players ready to go in the bench. So
Russell
I'm
Westbrook is gonna be their sixth man.
yeah, dude, seriously, I don't know what the hell's going to happen. CP3 going to Washington is going to be a multi-team trade supposedly, so it's not going to stay that way.
real?
He's going to bounce back to. They're saying the Clippers are a high chance to get him again. It wouldn't surprise me if the Lakers made a move to grab him because the Lakers
Me
like
too.
retired players that are on their way out. So
And
Wouldn't
then
surprise me.
I think you brought it up last week, and it was kind of fresh. But I've been reading a lot of things where the LeBron going to the Mavericks. That's like a huge rumor. So
well, they've been saying that because Kyrie.
yeah,
maybe. And honestly, it would make sense because right now the Lakers, if nothing happens this coming season with them pushing heavy again, making any trades to help him out, like it would not surprise me for him to be like, all right, let me go to the next best thing in the West, which is probably going to be Dallas.
Or the Nuggets.
Obviously, well, the Phoenix can't pay him. Denver's not going to pay him what he wants.
You're crazy, bro.
Yeah. Denver's not going to want to pay him, bro, because they're going to want to keep Joker. They're going to want to keep Porter. You know, they're going to want to keep their core. So
they can see that they don't need
Dallas
to beat him. So they don't need LeBron to win.
Yeah, I think him going to Dallas though, if it were to happen, would be a good thing for Dallas because obviously Luka couldn't do it by himself, and then getting Kyrie and LeBron have a connection that's different, so that may be an assist for
I think
both
too,
of them.
bro, that whenever Kyrie went over there to Dallas, it was already mid-season. So I think if the more chemistry they build, the better. I mean, that's how it usually is, anyways. They just gotta, especially in the sport of basketball. You gotta have a lot of chemistry. So I think maybe if he's this whole season, they're gonna build that up, and I think Mavericks are still like a contender. I don't take them out of
for sure. I'm not taking them out because even
doubt.
without Kyrie, they were still contending with just
they were
Luka.
good.
Just with Luka, yeah.
Adding Kyrie there, if Kyrie stays and plays as good as he's always played, they're definitely a top contender in the West. Kyle Kuzma did decline his $13 million player option, so he'll be a free agent next week. Zion Williamson is going to be traded, is a big report right now. They're not sure where he's landing. Ja Morant did get a 25-game suspension, which is a pretty big suspension. I think it should have been a little bit bigger to kind of set a tone moving forward that the NBA commissioner does not allow this kind of stuff to happen. He did come out and say, though, that it was a toy gun on his Instagram video as of late. But I'm like,
then why do it? Why do
exactly.
it?
Well, no, and then the worst thing is he showed the gun. He showed the gun that he used on the video, like on his Instagram feed, and then like people were like, "Well, that could just be a gun you bought like at a fucking toy store." Like, how do we know it's not the same?
Yeah.
So if that's the case, if he was using a toy gun, then how is that gangster at all, or like the
yeah, that's even worse, right?
The image he's trying to do, like you're using a fake gun, so it's even worse. Yeah. And now you're suspended for using a fucking fake gun.
Get a real one. Get a real one, bozo.
There's been so many athletes
on it.
Yeah, that's what he showed. That's what he showed, and I'm just like, okay, that shit looks hella like fake, bro. But there's been so many athletes from different sports that have chimed in on it, and we've chimed in on it several times already. The several times that he's been caught up with it. There's been like football players are like, dude, like you've already made it. Like instead of promoting this stuff, you need to help your homeboys get out of this stuff so you can kind of like lead by example. And
I think the first episode I was on, same thing. Like, why are you doing this? Most people are trying to get out of this.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but like,
I agree. I mean, and that's what everybody's saying. There was a cornerback from the Patriots, if I'm not mistaken, that had said something. Don't quote me on that because it might be a different team. But he had mentioned it. And he was like, dude, you need to get like yourself in a better situation. You've already made it to the top of your sport. Like, and he was close to becoming the face of the NBA with all his like high flying moves and his like crazy shot takes, and like he was going to be the next big thing, and then now this is happening. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Zion in New Orleans. Like that's a whole another podcast that we have not aired yet.
You saw that something about some sex tapes coming out or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So So like,
you want them? I got them right here.
Homegirl's like, I have the sex tapes. Like, I will release them if he's not traded by tomorrow. Well, Twitter deactivated her account.
That's blackmail.
Yeah, they suspended her Twitter though because they're like, all right, well, if you do have the ammunition, we don't need that be shown on Twitter or whatever. But no, and he's got the drama obviously, and then he obviously didn't stay healthy. He gained a lot of weight. He's not Zion Williamson from college, like he is a different Zion. He was hurt.
He's like Eddie Lacy.
Exactly.
Like Eddie Lacy, when he got with the Packers, he was good, and then all of a sudden he started putting he was a bowling ball, but
yeah, he was putting them cheeseburgers.
He ate himself out of the league.
But yeah, so obviously there's a lot of drama with the NBA already, and like the offseason just started. Damian Lillard also, he sold his home in Portland So there's speculation that he may be leaving, and who knows what the hell's about to happen. Draymond Green is going to decline his player option, so he's going to be a free agent coming up. He was spotted with LeBron recently at a dinner after his news came out that he's declining his player option.
Guy.
Another old guy on the way out that the Lakers are going to pay good. So there you go. If you're a Laker fan, you know we love old men. Hey, yo, pause.
Hey, yo.
I love men.
Whoa. Suck it.
So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of news already breaking with the NBA. We'll try to stay as up to date with all that because it's just starting. The offseason just starting. The same thing happens in the NFL. The same thing happens in the MLB. As soon as the season's over, immediately you get trade speculations, and he's declining his option. Yeah, all that stuff. So we'll try to stay up to date with all of that as much as we can. But did you guys have, Carlos? I know you had some U.S. Open stuff, right? You want to get into that now before we get into the MLB stuff?
For sure.
Go ahead and take it, bro.
Yeah, so the U.S. Open was this weekend, and it was here in Los Angeles of all places. When I first heard the U.S. Open and Los Angeles is hosting, I'm like, Los Angeles, where? Because this course is so hidden, but it's literally right. It's like literally in the middle of Los Angeles. I never heard of it. I mean, it's called the Los Angeles Country Club. They call it LACC. But I've never heard of it. But
isn't that the LA Community College?
Yeah, they call it that as well. It's way on the other side of town. But that's the Los Angeles Community College, not country club.
Carlos, when he was at LACC, he went to the community college. Like, where's everybody at?
He's like, where are we playing golf at?
Hey, I did go there for one semester. That's true. That's true.
He's like, I had a golf scholarship, by the way.
Oh,
because I knew this day would come.
It wasn't a green jacket. It was a purple jacket.
All right, carry on with the
Yeah. But it was a So this course is so hard, man. In the first day, there was actually some record breaking though. Check this out. So, the first day, Ricky Fowler and Xander Schauffele shot 8 under. Remember that number?
Record setting.
Yeah, record setting 8 under.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy that the winner won with 10 under. Just 2 more.
Dang.
More. That's crazy, right? And it sucks. I really feel bad. Kind of feel bad, but not too bad because Ricky Fowler had the lead for 3 days, and at the last day, the course won. He ate him up. He went down, and Wyndham. Let me say his name right. Wyndham Clark was the winner for the U.S. Open, and he just had to keep it steady, Eddie. Even though he had a little miscue at almost at the end, but he had enough lead to give back a stroke. And because Rory McIlroy is literally going down his throat. But again, it's coming down. It's coming down to putts, and Rory couldn't make any putts because that course is really tough. It's one of these courses that you kind of see, like in Scotland and like St. Andrew type courses. For some reason, it is crazy that I'm comparing it to those courses because those courses are of course, in Scotland, and this one is like in the middle of LA. But it's kind of like they have the same type of like bunker shots, and that's what it looked like to me. So even a lot of professionals saying that it's one of the toughest U.S. Open courses that they have picked. But yeah, Wyndham Clark won it. Super major for him. Mad props. Sucks for Ricky Fowler. Sucks for Rory McIlroy. He was chasing that U.S. Open as well. But it was a good tournament that turned out to be. You checked it out,
Rory. Yeah, and I was gonna say Rory. He's been in a drought. He hasn't won a major in a long time.
Yeah, they've been
but
saying
he
that.
came real close. And in the last several tournaments, I guess maybe the last month and a half, he started out good and kind of struggled, came back, kind of struggled.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't missed a cut, but this one, the first day he started out okay, and then day 2, day 3, day 4, he was right there. So he's right. He's right there, and Rory's always in it. He's always good. He's been good. I was gonna say that the biggest thing to me, I mean, just like with all sports, baseball you lose your swing, and hockey you lose your shot. What you normally do is just isn't working anymore. Golf is like unfair because you could literally win the U.S. Open and wake up tomorrow and never be good at golf again, and you'll be chasing the game again. Look at the people that missed the cut. They didn't even make the cut. Justin Thomas at plus 14,
weekend.
Jordan Spieth. Yeah, Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth, Max Homa, Jason Day, Matt Kuchar.
Yep.
It's like, dude, these are top golfers, and they didn't even make the cut. You know what I mean? That's crazy. To me, it's golf. That's golf. It's just crazy to me.
Even Sander Schauffele, he's one of the ones that had a record breaking, but the next day, one bunker ate him up. He got stuck in one bunker he did 3 shots in one bunker. Like he kept hitting it, hit the lip, came back, hit the lip again, came back. And that was it. One mistake. You can't make no mistakes on that golf course, cause
of course
it's even around the greens. If you hit the green, some courses, you have a nice, not rough, like medium rough, but this one was like thick rough. So even if you missed a little bit off the green, dude, that's trouble already. So it is mistake free, and that's what Clark did. He was mistake free at the end, just one little mistake, but like I said, he had enough little cushion for him to give up that stroke and still kept the lead, but he had made some crucial putts because he knew Rory was right there. But gotta give him props though, man, because I can only imagine the pressure, the nervousness. You're one shot down, and one of the best top 3 players of the world is like creeping down your neck, and who are you, Wyndham Clark? You know what I mean? So mad props to him to stay focused and under pressure. Because he was just
I was about to say he was definitely under pressure, especially with someone as good as that chasing you, and he's like right on you. You know what I mean?
And in that course too, man. That course is vicious. But
so Joel said that he walked into the chat and all he heard was throat thick rough, and then he asked, "Is this the golf segment?"
Four.
Yeah, 4. That was a perfect time, Chris. Do we have a tournament coming up this weekend?
The Travelers.
The Travelers
should be the
tournament.
Travelers.
It's not a major, but another good tournament.
Where's that one at?
Where's that one gonna be at? Oh,
I gotta look it up.
I just asked that, Chris. What the heck?
I know, but that's my only question.
Yeah. Oh man. Let's see. You said it's called the Travelers Cup?
Yeah.
It's a Travelers tournament. The tournaments.
Yeah. Tournaments?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Okay. It says
the Piston Cup?
Connecticut?
Yeah, the Piston Cup.
Yeah, Cromwell.
On a Piston Cup.
Yeah, Cromwell, Connecticut.
Yeah. TPC River Highlands. Par 70. Yards 68.52. The purse 20 mil.
Jeez.
Damn.
That's what the U.S. Open was, 20 mil.
Holy days of golf.
The winner took just over 3 million.
Carlos, I need you to get like really good, so you know.
Yeah, bro. Like you need
to be there,
bro. You need to take a break off of work and go learn golf.
Dude, even if I was a professional and I came in like 30th place consistently, I'm good, bro. They're still winning like 40,000, 60,000 every tournament.
Hey,
bro.
real quick, you know how the PGA Tour is now teaming up with Live Golf and everything, which that's subject to may not even happen. But there's numbers that have come out that like all the PGA players that said no, we're going to stick with the PGA. We're not going to take that Saudi money from Live. There was a bunch of numbers that came out with Rory McIlroy because he was kind of the face of the PGA during all this, and he turned down 150 million or some shit. Well, he came out and said they didn't offer him anything, which whether that's true or not, who knows? But he was the face of the PGA, so maybe they didn't just because like, dude, like he doesn't want it. But you know, not that Tiger Woods needs it, but you know, Live Golf offered him $1 billion, and Tiger said no because of everything he. be
You don't need it.
$1 billion.
Holy crap, dude!
I was waiting for
He's
someone to
already-
do
he's-
that reference.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
Tiger was a billionaire
He's
himself
already a billionaire, so it's
Yeah,
not like
that's
he
what I'm
needs it.
saying.
Granted, you're thinking like generations down the line for your family. That's money. That's like endless money. But what I do respect about
Let them
Tiger is
figure it out.
he thought about he thought about everything he's accomplished. Like he's the GOAT, all that stuff. Everything he's accomplished, that's all been with the PGA. So if he were to leave the PGA and go to live backed by Saudi, that's kind of tarnishes everything he's done.
Yeah,
right? You know what I mean?
for sure.
And again, it was probably an easy decision in the sense of like, I'm already a billionaire, I don't need it. But like,
Hey man,
Dude,
That's
I'm not gonna
crazy
lie.
that
You
he
put
said
me
that.
in that predicament, I'm leaving.
Yeah,
yeah, no
Fuck
shit.
my
Most
loyalty.
people would. Most people would. Yeah.
fuck my
Nah,
loyalty.
but you gotta understand though. How about if you
A billion buys my loyalty.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah,
Nah, but you have to
I'll change my
understand-
phone number, my social. I'll do everything, bro. I don't give a fuck.
I'm racing in the Stanley Cup too, bro,
Yeah,
with Lightning
dude,
McQueen.
yeah.
Ka-chow.
You said the Stanley
The
Cup.
Stanley
You're
Cup,
racing the Stanley Cup
also.
with Lightning McQueen.
what the hell? This is the Stanley Cup.
And they hope.
There you go. Thank you. I was waiting for that one. Domo. Hey, but
man.
Domo, you
I was having
said
too much
some-
fun
you
in that moment.
You said something crazy right now. Imagine if Tiger Woods would take that shit to live. That would mess me up because I would be like Tiger.
that would-
oh
well,
no,
I wouldn't lose any respect for him, I guess.
me
Just 'cause I grew
too,
up watching him.
man. But
But
then
that
I'd
would
be like,
definitely.
but that's Tiger.
But here's the thing: he said no to it, and PGA's like, "Yeah, we're gonna join with him anyways." So now, dude, all these PGA players are like,
Yeah.
they're calling him out. Like, I found out on Twitter, and I said no to 500 million. Are you kidding me? To back you, and
Really?
you're just gonna say fuck it? Yeah.
But you have to
Yeah.
understand these fools are already kind of millionaires, so they're like Rory and
Oh, yeah.
Tiger. So you gotta understand their mindset too. I know us were saying I'll take
Absolutely.
it in a heartbeat, but well, imagine we were all already millionaires, almost billionaires. You'd be like, nah, I'm set. I'm gonna stay loyal
But
to
you
these
gotta
fools
think
because
about
this is
this,
what
too.
I'm loyal to.
You
And
got to think about this. You got to think about this. So let's say you're worth $500 million, right? If somebody says, "Hey man, I'll give you $250 more million if you just sign right here and come over here and play," all you can do is sign and go play. Even if you lose, you still got $250
Yeah,
million.
I was about to say you still
It's
have
just
that
like,
big
how can you
signing.
turn that down? And that's not even coming from greed.
But
That's
it's-
just like the
it's-
easiest money you can fucking make. You know what I mean? Like just sign your name and boom,
yeah.
you're paid.
but then see your
You know what I'm
pride
saying?
comes in though because you
Fuck
be
my
loyal
pride.
to the PGA because you go up to get to the PGA too.
Bro,
All these fools go to
I'm
the
not gonna lie, bro.
Tour.
I'll pull
All
the
this.
Dwight Howard, bro. I'm leaving the NBA. Go play in Taiwan.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, I feel
Like-
you. But,
Hey,
but
NHLers, when they can't play in the NHL anymore, they go to Russia and play in the KHL, and they get duffel bags of cash. That's how they get paid.
So,
Hundreds
like,
of millions
my
of
thing
duffel
is,
bags.
Well, see, look. So Joel just said something. I was about to mention that too. He said that's like Messi. He could have gone for the billions in the Saudi league, but declined for personal reason. He
There you
stayed in
go.
the U.S., which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're talking golf. Though.
But Messi has all that money already too. Yeah, we are talking golf.
Smart ass, bro.
hey, and also that you're messing with the Saudis now, too. So I don't know.
Well,
if that-
100%.
They can like
to me,
switch
that's blood
rules. They
money.
can
All I'm
make
saying-
it their own thing. Yeah.
That's
All I'm
blood
saying
money,
is just
bro.
think about
That's
it.
blood money.
No matter how much money you have, they're willing to give you this if you just put your name here, and even if you go over there and lose, and you don't win shit, you just made $250 million, let's say, for putting your name here, and you're playing
Yeah.
golf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That-
So the decision's real easy, and there's a lot of players that didn't do
Hey,
it
Domo.
for their own reasons, and I respect that. But it's
Hey,
simple.
Domo,
like,
I think they should get rid of the PGA commissioner. He's trash to me now.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Is
Yeah,
all
get rid of
commissioners
I was
garbage,
about
bro?
to say all commissioners need to get rid of.
No,
except
no,
for
the
Adam
thing is-
Silver. I like Adam Silver.
Adam
No,
Silver's
the
good.
thing is that he had put his foot down and he was good, and this just made him
yeah.
soft. It's super
So,
soft.
so the commissioner
They
put
probably
his foot
paid him
down
off, bro.
and was telling
Probably.
the commissioner was telling the PGA players, say no to live, think about 9/11, think about all
Yep.
this shit. And
Wow.
now they're going to team up with that's for real. That's
Yeah,
for real.
for
It's
real.
like
That's for real.
so
Damn.
now the players are like, what the fuck? And nobody knew shit. And the announcement came out, and all these PGA players are like on social media. I just found out on Twitter that this is happening, and Rory's
Yeah.
pissed off. He's talking shit. Like, I've been the face of PGA saying no to live, and I still am. He still doesn't like the idea and hates live, but it's like, dude, like, you used 9/11, all this shit. Like,
They paid him
propaganda
off.
type shit to like.
They paid him off, bro. They were like, here's a Billy. Don't worry about it.
Then why would he? Yeah, if he didn't get paid, then why the hell would he do this?
Yeah.
This is huge. Why would he do this?
That's crazy because it goes to show, like you guys were saying, like the loyalty part of it or whatever. I mean, we're joking because like we obviously don't have that, but these fools already have.
Our next
money.
Maybe y'all don't got loyalty. I got loyalty.
I meant a billion. I meant a billion in bees. That's nuts, though. I guess we'll keep updates on that too, because that's a big newsbreaker. So we do have a tournament this weekend, the Travelers Tournament.
Yep. I'll keep you guys updated on that one. How that one ends.
Yeah, so we'll get an update for next week on that. Before we go into our baseball segment, again, we are being sponsored by WGG. It is an energy drink. Go ahead and try it. It is good. You can get these samples. Use the code in the chat, RTC Sports. Use RTC Sports. Yeah, W.GG. They got a crap load of flavors. And it's not just energy drinks. They do have just like hydration drinks like you would a Gatorade. It's just powder you mix into your water. So
get your hydration on.
Yeah, try it out and use our code because you get 10% off. So
hit him with the code. Hit him with the
code.
RTC Sports, W.GG. Yes, sir. Now.
What was it again? Say it again.
Oh, my bad. Did you not hear me? RTC Sports, W.GG.
Oh, wait. You cut off. One more time?
Oh, my bad. It's W.GG, RTC Sports.
Thank you. Appreciate that, bro.
We're just trying to promote it as much as we can. They did sign us up, so we're good. We're good for it.
What was that?
One more time. So let's get into our baseball segment. Chris, I think you're going to take the lead on this one.
We're going back to our roots of reviewing the call and putting these in.
I like that.
All right. Well, let's start off with the unfortunate news, and then Carlos, don't come at me, but we got swept by the Giants, and we got obliterated actually. Game 1, 7-5. You know, that was pretty close. Game 2, 15-0. I saw that game. I sat through that. Why? I sat that. Because I'm a Dodgers fan, bro. I'm a Dodgers fan, bro.
I mean, I turned it off after 10.
But yeah, dude, that was a very sad game. And then Sunday's game was 7-3. Honestly, I'll start with the Dodgers, and then we can just move into the other baseball teams. But man, just our bullpen's not there, man. We always say, right? And it's not even a Dave Roberts call to say. I wouldn't blame him on this, like 100%, because all our bullpen is really soft. So it's like, no matter who you choose, it's probably gonna end badly, and we saw that because like starting pitchers came out, they looked pretty. Well, besides the 15-0 one, but the other games, they came out, pretty decent, and then once bullpen came in, it was all over. 4 or 5 runs, and I just don't know what the solution is. Freddie Freeman is frustrated. He came out in a press conference saying that he doesn't know what's going on, but because these are the dog days of sports. You're beginning summer. Right now, the only sports to really watch is baseball and golf, and I think that's it. Like major sports. NBA ended, NHL ended for now, and you got MLS. But baseball is like the big sport. So this is the dog days of summer, and unfortunately, the Dodgers are not picking it up. The Astros also got swept, so don't think I'm only bashing the Dodgers as well. The Astros got swept. And it's just one of those things, man. Like these top teams can never be, just saying like, "Oh, we're good," because any team could come in and absolutely obliterate you. So the Astros got swept by the Reds, and then they lost to the Mets. But
that was a shit kicking.
Yeah, that was 11-1. So.
Damn. It wasn't 15-0 though.
Hey.
On that Giants weekend with them sweeping the Dodgers, it was actually the most scored runs between the Giants and Dodgers in like the last 15 years or some shit. Yeah, they beat us like 29-8 or some shit. It was crazy. I mean, we say this often though. Like there is still way too much baseball to get like your hopes crushed. There's still way too much to play for.
All-Star break yet?
Yeah, but
I will say that. But I'm sorry. I always agree with that statement. But at the same time, we're already in June. So baseball's been going on for 2.5 months by now. So the you know the train is starting to move a lot faster now. So the power rankings are actually aligning with the actual standings. Hitters are getting a lot more comfortable, especially hitters that are brand new to that team. Trades that happened last season. So if anything, June and July before All-Star break is those like como esa temporada that. Sorry, I don't even know why I went to Spanish, but it's like that time where the players get comfortable and pitchers get comfortable, and we're just not seeing it out of the Dodgers at least right now. I think Tampa's still holding number one in the overall.
You mean comfortable as like they're good, or do you mean comfortable like they're hitting their stride and it's about to take off?
That's what I meant. Like they're getting comfortable like in their own stance. Like they've already played most of the West teams or the whatever it is. They've already played them. So right now it's just like let's get in a groove. Let's get on a winning streak. And for the Dodgers, that's not the case right now. We're losing. I think the Astros won yesterday. But either way,
they lost yesterday.
Oh, they lost yesterday
11-1. Yeah, 11-1.
Yeah. So my thing is that the AL East is probably the competition right now to be the top division for sure, because they have Tampa won. Obviously, Baltimore Orioles are kicking ass too.
They won
the
today.
Yankees, the Blue Jays, and then the sorry ass Red Sox are at the bottom of that list. But usually the Red Sox, usually the Red Sox, step up after All-Star break, or they make a contention run. So seeing them being at their bottom is not that division itself. Those fucking 5 teams is gonna be teeter-tottering all season long until it comes to October. Except for Tampa, because they've been kind of holding that first spot pretty well.
They're holding it in the overall league.
Yeah, the other division, though, that is kind of crazy to me, and seeing what they're doing besides one team as well, is the AL West, which is your Texas Rangers, your Angels, your Astros, and Seattle Mariners. Those 4, but the Oakland A's being number 5 in that one, but the Oakland A's are... We'll allow the Oakland A's. Yeah, we'll allow the Oakland A's. They are ass regardless. But
sell the team. Sell the team.
Houston. You said Texas, Rangers, Angels, Seattle, those 4, and Oakland. You left out Houston.
No, my bad. I thought I said the Astros too, but the Astros are 3 in that division.
Oh, maybe I misunderstood.
Astros is 3.
Yeah, so Rangers, Angels, Astros, and then the Mariners, which the Mariners were a competitive team last year, and they're still not gonna. They're not gonna go down without a fight.
I do remember that.
Neither is Houston. Houston is not gonna stop. Like their bullpen is deep. Their bullpen can carry them into another World Series easily.
Their bullpen.
So
and that's the difference between that's the difference between a team. And I'm not knocking the Rays yet, because the Rays are killing it this season. But that's the difference between a team that's been there and a team that hasn't. So the Astros have been competitive these last couple years. I don't like giving a lot of praise to them, but either way, you got to give props where props is due. And the Astros is a competitive team right now. They're third, but. Yeah, but they're third, and I don't think they'll stay like that. I think they'll move up.
No.
After All-Star break. I'm telling you, right now they might not be looking the hottest. They got swept this past weekend, but that doesn't really matter because.
But the Reds are hot too. They're going for their 10th win.
Exactly.
So they're hot.
But
they're number one.
Then again, we're like Misa said at the beginning. Baseball's such a long season. These teams might be hot right now. But once August hits up, they get tired. And that's where the Astros can shift it, downshift and get it going again. And same thing with other teams.
I was going to say that happens on season after season after season. After Houston did their whole rebuild tour, and then, they got Correa, Springer, Altuve, Bregman. They started stacking up great players from their own farming system. They didn't go out and buy anybody from their own farming system. And then you saw the competition that they were actually going to bring. What?
Who'd you say? Sorry, I didn't hear the team.
The Astros. When the Astros started building their own team.
They got him from the minors.
Jordan came in from the Dodgers farming system, but look at what he's done for them. Their pitching, Framber Valdez is probably one of the top pitchers right now in the league. In my opinion, my favorite pitcher currently in the league, at least in the American League side of things. But Houston is not out. They're not gonna, and they're not gonna go down without a fight. That, like you said, that them being at 3 doesn't mean that it's gonna stay them at 3 until playoffs come around. That division is going to go up and down because everybody knows that the Rangers struggle when it comes to actually pushing the pace and getting into the playoffs. Granted, they did beat the Angels, which are number 2 right now in their division, but they're still not gonna go down without a fight because this is the year that they actually have the opportunity to make the playoffs and actually show something, inside of that Texas. Just Texas. If you take just Texas teams between the Rangers and the Astros have owned Texas for years already. So,
Astros belongs to Texas belongs to the Astros.
Absolutely, and so that's how I see that things are going to be changing because now Texas has something to show. By Texas, I mean the Rangers, because I forget that they're not called the Dallas Rangers, the Texas Rangers.
Texas Rangers,
yeah. So
I'm going around.
Yeah, and then Joel said in the chat, he said Tampa Bay's been solid for several years now. They are due, which I agree. Tampa has been always right there, and then just never pull the trigger and get to where they need to go. The AL West, with being the Dodgers division, you have Arizona at 1, the Giants at 2, Dodgers at 3, San Diego at 4, and then the Rockies at 5. Now that division is going to change because the same thing falls into place. Yeah. Arizona can't finish it. They can't pull the trigger and take their team into the deep playoffs. The Giants and the Dodgers, though, those are your top 2 contenders in that division. Not because I'm a Dodgers fan, just history has shown when it comes down to 2 teams from the AL West, it's usually the Giants and the Dodgers that are in it. The AL Central, that division is kind of iffy because the Cincinnati Reds, yes, they're hot, but usually the Brewers take that.
NL Central.
Yeah, NL Central. I'm sorry, my bad. NL Central. The Brewers usually take that division, and then you have your Cubs at 3. Now the NL East.
Yeah, the Cards are sitting at last, bro.
Dead last, bro.
Crazy.
Now the NL East, you have your Braves at 1, which makes perfect sense. Miami at 2. Philadelphia is the surprise to me. Seeing Philadelphia at 3 and not being put in the top contender again after the World Series push last year.
Especially after the trade.
Crazy, bro. Especially after the trade
as well.
Yeah, it's crazy to see that team there, and then you have your Mets, which is also another thing because you have such a good bullpen. But things change, exactly, and we still don't have the All-Star break yet. Once the All-Star break in, like we say every week, players shift into a different mode, and they go into now it's playoff time. Now we're playing every game that counts. Is every week every game counts. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it starts making more sense. I'm excited though because. Now, and also for our podcast, too, because now we're going to go back into our baseball-heavy section of it because it's our top sport that we're going to be following. Yeah. We're still going to be following every other sport, but MLB is going to be taking a major portion of it.
I'm going to bring a quick nugget in, like our buddy Domo says.
We're gonna trademark that slogan.
So let me just read this. MLB officially announced that the regular season game between the Cardinals and the San Francisco Giants will take place on Rickwood Field on June 20th, 24. Rickwood Field is the oldest professional ballpark in the U.S. and former home of the Birmingham Black Barons of the Negro Leagues.
Yep.
That's awesome news.
I
didn't see any bad comments on this, Yeah. So I think that's dope.
So
I just wanted to bring that in.
The comments that I've seen right there, like that guy said, I've played on this field multiple times. It's so bad. They're talking about MLB The Show.
I know.
I'm about to say what?
It's a historical field. Historical field.
That's what it is. At it. Joel's asking, which Dodger player jersey would you get right now? Domo, chime in too if you.
I own it, but I would go. I'll still go my boy Mookie.
Okay, Mookie. Yeah. Carlos.
My what?
Which Dodger jersey would you get right now from a current player that's playing on the Dodgers?
I got multiple. Let me see which one I don't have.
That's playing currently. I think I want to get a. I'll go. No, you know what, bro? I would go Bobby Miller. That boy's gonna come up.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a slept-on name because he's rookie.
The rookie, he's gonna come up and do some work for him. I'd get a Bobby Miller jersey.
I'll get a Will Smith jersey.
Oh, a Will Smith one too. That's good.
Chris Taylor, I'd probably get too. I like Chris Taylor.
CT3 before he gets traded next year.
Yeah, facts.
You just had a baby.
Max Muncy.
I don't have any Dodger jerseys, but is Kershaw still playing?
Yes.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
I probably get. I mean, he's an OG.
Yeah.
He's an OG, so I think
legend.
Yeah, I got multiple of those.
That's what we're getting Domo for his birthday.
I'm sure.
Yeah, we're gonna get Domo a Dodger jersey for his birthday. His
I
birthday's
do
in January.
have. Yeah, January. We already talked about this. January 26th, the same day Kobe died.
Yeah. Chris's birthday's coming up, so we'll have to have him dress up in a skirt or something for his birthday.
No, y'all got to dress up for me, bro. What are you talking about?
Yo, he does that in the weekends.
Yeah.
So I had. We're talking baseball, so I just had two like little points to make, and then I had a question as well.
Okay.
So the first thing I was going to say, let me pull it back up. The standings we were just going over. I noticed that all the standings, the top two teams, maybe not aren't necessarily dominating, but their records look a lot different than the rest, except for two, and that's the NL Central and the AL Central. I mean, if you look at the top two teams except for those two, the top two are kind of. I'm sorry, top two teams. The top two teams in that division. Sorry, I'm making no sense.
Yeah.
If you look at it, it's all kind of consistent except for those two divisions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we said, there's more baseball, a lot of baseball left. I get that, but if it's trending, really the two divisions. If it were to trend that way, the two divisions that aren't like that, those will be the closest because they're all right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're all neck and neck. Yeah.
Something that I want to bring up too, just Joel put it in the chat, so I'll give him props to it. So the Yankees, they finally won as of yesterday against the Mariners, but they did also get swept by the Red Sox. Game 1 on Friday was 15-5. So I don't know what's with these 15 numbers, but it's there. Then Game 2 was postponed, but they played yesterday. They did a doubleheader yesterday, and they lost both 6-2 and then 4-1. Bro, you got to be a sad Yankees fan that weekend because, as sad as we are, sad as we are too.
Yeah, everybody lost to the rival this year.
Facts.
The other thing I was going to say is with the Astros playing the Mets. They played Max Scherzer last night and they lost 11-1. And then on Thursday they're playing Justin Verlander.
Ooh, he's coming back
home.
Back home to play the Astros and Justin Verlander. Say what you want with when he was at Detroit and everything. I mean, he's a top pitcher. I mean,
for sure.
Something I'll say about
no doubt,
I'll say about the Astros organization is like when you go to games, when a previous player comes back up, there's no hate unless he left like talking crap, obviously.
Yeah.
So they'll cheer on for these guys. Another thing as well. So I've been to most like stadiums and stuff, but there's a lot of stadiums like, for instance, when the other team's player gets injured, everybody boos. You know, they're all getting on his ass. Yeah. Astros don't do that. Astros, they're all quiet, and then whenever he stands back up, whether he's going to go back into the dugout or continue playing, they all start clapping and cheering. Yeah. So I will say that the Astros are more of at least recently, more classy in that sense. So I will say that.
To bounce off of that, of you saying that they're more classy, you know what I think made the difference? And I'm not saying this because, we're Dodgers fans or whatever, but because they took their hate that they were getting from every team in the MLB
made it into nicest.
and made it into an actual World Series clean win.
Yeah.
And now it was kind of like all right, you didn't count 2017. Well, here's this one.
Yeah.
And they kind of cleaned their name out.
Take this
and
one.
Said we were the better team, and they were hands down last year. They were the better team.
For that one.
And if you come to Dodger Stadium,
we're talking about in Houston,
of course.
Like in Houston.
But the one that's tainted is always going to be tainted.
Yeah, exactly.
2017, I think it was. Yeah. Like it's always going to be that.
It's
way.
always going to be tainted. But they actually stepped up and they said, you know what? Okay, you guys hated that one. Here's another one. And this one they did clean.
They did it with the quick
team.
Enough.
Yeah.
What, 2 years later, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, it did it quick. So
like, and it always, Joel, you just said it. Humbled quickly, especially for all the hate that they were getting from every team the following season after 2017.
Well, no doubt. Yeah.
Something I will say too.
Every time Altuve would come up to bat, everybody was booing their ass off.
I mean, even last year, when I saw them and Correa came up, Correa is the only player I dislike. Altuve, he apparently didn't cheat at all. Who knows? But Altuve's been always kind of a good player regardless.
Yeah, he's still a solid second baseman.
But Carlos Correa, and then Misa knows this, I despise that guy. Just player, something about him. But, yeah, he's the one guy. And then whenever he was – and one of my coworkers brought it up. He's like, whenever there was the trade rumor that he might go to the Dodgers, that was kind of one of those moments. I'm like, damn, like I've talked a lot of crap about this guy.
You know what's funny? What's funny
you
about
want him to
that,
play
though?
good, but fuck that.
Yeah. What's funny about that though is that I felt like the organization itself had to take into account because the Dodgers have the money to pay for whoever the hell they want.
Yeah.
So whether he wanted a long ass extension or not, we would have paid, being him, a good player that he was back in 2017 to 2018. Obviously, he took a slump after his injury, but I felt like the Dodgers organization was like, dude, our fans are not going to let this shit down. We cannot sign this guy at all.
Well,
like,
there's a video this season whenever they played the Twins, or I don't know what season it was, but he comes up to bat and everybody's booing him.
Still,
so like, yeah, there's a lot of hatred.
I went to a game and when he was playing, and every single time it was like,
I think it was you that told us.
It was louder than cheers.
So exactly. I mean, but then again, like Carlos Correa, just keep going off of that. He was the one to be talking the most throughout the whole thing, and then whenever they were convicted or got caught, to say the least, whenever they put handcuffs on the Astros, barely, he was still talking. So it was just one of those things where I don't like him. And everybody else kind of shut up, but him.
That's what I was about to say. A lot of other players were like, yo, you know what? Okay, we got caught with this shit, whatever. And this is going to be a call that we will review eventually, but it's going to take us a whole ass episode.
Especially for us.
Yeah, especially for us.
I'm
but
ready.
There was players that definitely did kind of just stay quiet, stay under the radar. Bregman, Altuve, they were just kind of like, all right, you know what? Shit went down pretty bad.
It's probably their agent saying, hey, just shut the fuck up and let this thing ride.
Correa stepped out and was like,
he's calling everybody out.
Fuck that shit.
So so then that kind of tarnished his name, especially at Dodger Stadium, or at any fucking place he was playing at. He was getting booed, but he put himself in that position. He made himself the face of that controversy.
And just to end the Carlos Correa hate or whatever you want to call it, I'm not knocking his talent. He is a great baseball player, fielder and batter. That dude can hit. Like if it's ninth inning, bottom of the ninth, and he's up, and we're only winning by one. That is a player I still fear, because he is a clutch hitter, and even on the field, I do not trust the ball getting past him because I know he can get it. So
he's still a well-rounded ball player.
Yeah,
so,
facts.
And
you were right though. After his injury, he did have like a big slump. But what player doesn't? What player comes back, 100%? But that's all I wanted to say.
Cody Bellinger.
Hey, what are we doing?
I know that's your boy, but
what are we doing?
But yeah, so that's going to be our MLB talk for this week. We're going to come back next week with some more Nuggets, trademarked by Review Nicole. But yeah, we're going to come back with some more Nuggets. We are going to play a game before we get into our top three. The same game that we played last weekend. Can
we put a picture of Domo right there? Just like,
yeah, seriously. He left. But yeah, so we're gonna play that game again here shortly. But we are gonna start bringing in more MLB content because we know that our fan base initially started with a lot of MLB because we started in October. So we're gonna be bringing as much of the MLB content that we can on a weekly basis moving forward. Again, we are live on Twitch Tuesday nights, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are sponsored by W.GG.
What?
Use code promo RTC Sports.
Yeah, what does that cup say?
Back.
Misa, what does your cup say, Misa?
It says W.
Oh, I can't
RTC
see it. Can you
Sports.
put it a little closer? Can you put it a little closer? Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Oh man! All right, so
real quick for the MLB, I had my 2 points, and I wanted to ask a question. Do we have time or no?
Yeah, go for it.
Go.
Okay, how is everybody feeling about the
I'm having a good day
Oakland
today.
A's moving to Vegas?
I like it.
I love it.
A's to Vegas.
I like it.
I saw something the other day, maybe like a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, where the fans were like retaliating to the owner.
Sell the team.
Trying to sell the stadium.
Sell the team.
Well, yeah.
So, I love it. They need to get out of Oakland. Oakland,
another Oakland team goes to Vegas.
Look at their record right now. It's terrible. I think they have 18 wins.
They're ranked second to last in the MLB, only in front of Kansas City, and that's going to be going back and forth all season. They need to get out of Oakland as quickly as possible.
Damn, that's crazy.
For one, that stadium has never filled up, so the city is losing its money on that. But two, the players do not want to go play.
This is at a stadium.
They are never going to get a signing from a big call player because nobody wants to go play at Oakland Coliseum. Nobody wants to play for the green and yellow Oakland A's.
Look at all that garbage on
It's
there.
just not the environment that they want to be. So, yes, sell the team is trending and was trending. I think that they need to get rid of the Oakland A's. Sucks because they were such an iconic team, iconic being history-wise, historic-wise. They were such a big team, but it's time to go. Like, just like the Raiders had to leave and go to Vegas, and they've obviously done a lot better at Allegiant Stadium. They've played better. They're able to sign. They're able to sign bigger names.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh yeah, like Jimmy Garoppolo,
I don't know who that is, but they're
Big name.
able
You
to
said
sign
big names.
bigger
names.
Yeah, they're able to sign actual bigger names that actually play football. So
actually play football.
but
That's their
if
quarterback.
if Oakland goes to Vegas, I think that organization will turn around and they would actually be a lot better. Vegas
You
is
gotta
obviously a
understand
city.
too, though. And Vegas has a lot of success right now. Especially the Golden Knights just won the Cup.
The Cup.
And the Raiders, since they moved to Vegas, they have been on the upswing. They're not like a dominant team, but they have looked a lot better than they have previously. But if the Oakland A's, to me right now, if they go there tomorrow with the same roster, like, is anybody going to go to that fucking game? Because they're not good.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
Yeah. So and then like we've joked about it before. Like you can probably find tickets to that game for like $1, or people are just giving them out because it's just
Here's the
nobody
ticket.
wants to go. A lot of people say that the stadium itself is like deteriorating. It smells like fucking pee. People just don't want to go
sure
there.
it does.
And so it's time to start over, start fresh. Obviously, they're going to be rebuilding, but they've been in that kind of rebuild stage already. Why not just rebuild in a new city and then start fresh? So I'm for them going and leaving and going to Vegas. There was also talks about like my Florida getting another team with being the Oakland A's, or a city that doesn't have a team currently, just starting fresh. And in this case would be Vegas because Vegas has the money to pay for them.
Yeah.
So I think it's good though. I think they need
Vegas is popping. Vegas is where it's at right now.
Yeah, Vegas is, and like you said,
Expansion
Stanley
team,
Cup,
whatever. You got to put it in Vegas.
like you said,
Vegas
they
is
just won the
always
Cup,
popping,
so,
bro.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they're
I think they
definitely
got the
gonna
money for it
attract
too.
more. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I think we should
all
do a
right,
podcast
so
from Vegas one day
we will. Let's do it in Vegas.
at the Caesar
Everybody.
Casino, where all the sports spots at.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into our game before we go into our top three. Again, thanks for joining us today on Tuesdays on Twitch. Videos go up on Fridays or Thursday nights on YouTube. Follow that, like, subscribe, all that crap. We're playing the same game we played last week, which is kind of guess
Pen and paper?
or it's called I mean, you don't have to get a pen and paper. It makes it easier, but I mean, I just don't want you guys stealing each other's answers. So it's called sports categories is the name that I've found that's what people call this kind of game. So that's what we're gonna call it. So we're gonna have 4 little categories. You just need to get one answer per. You have a minute, and I'm not extending the time this week, Carlos. We have a minute on the dot. Yeah. Domo has had the word since last week. He got a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. Chris.
What?
I was like, wait, what? I did
Yeah.
it?
No.
What are you talking about?
So we're gonna play that same game. I'm gonna give you guys a letter right before the time starts. I'm gonna need a college team name.
Again?
All right. Yeah. I'm switching a few of them.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do something you'd find on the football at a football game.
NFL?
Game. Yeah, NFL football. Something you'd find at a football game. Okay, so I'm just being very blunt with that one. A player name in any sport.
Oh, so now we're doing players. All right, whatever.
Yeah, a player name in any sport.
Okay.
And then the last one, which it shouldn't be that hard, but a last one is just a team name in any sport with this letter.
Any team, any sport.
Any team, any sport.
Cool.
And all these have to start with that letter.
Start with that letter.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I can
you
use
repeat it
Mariano
again?
Rivera this week.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that letter.
Oh, man.
So a college team, right? Okay. Something you'd find at a football game. And then what was the other one? A football
Player's name.
Player in any sport.
Player in any sport. Their name that starts with this letter, and then the last one was a team name that starts with this letter.
All right, let's get it. Come on.
Okay. Player name. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just need one answer, Carlos. Remember, don't get
I
stuck
know,
on one.
I
You just
know,
need
I know.
one per category. All right. The time's gonna start. While we do the time thing, it's gonna be 1 minute, and then we'll do our sponsor again, so that way there's no blank spaces. The timer starts now in 3, 2, 1. Your letter is going to be F. Again, this podcast is brought to you by W.GGs. Go ahead and get your shaker bottle. It does come with a little thing inside to shake the powder. They have a lot of flavors. The flavor that I've been kind of rocking with right now is Dragonade. It tastes like pink lemonade. That is an energy drink, though. This other one right here that I have, it's called Monkey Madness, is just a hydration blend, which is pretty much just a Gatorade, and you just mix it in with 16 ounces of water. It's pretty good. I'm going to try this one tomorrow, which is Beach and Peach, so I'm assuming it's a peach flavor. But go ahead and try it. Use our code RTC Sports. Again, that is RTC Sports, W.GG. They are our first sponsor and ambassador program with us, so we do thank them for that. You guys have 10 seconds remaining to get me those answers, boys.
All right, I'm ready.
Damn. Were you Googling? Cheater.
No, I'm typing on my notes because I don't have a pen.
All right, time.
Hey, real quick on the player name, I forgot. Is that an NFL player name or just
Any
It was
sport.
any.
What was
It was
that?
any sport.
Okay, well I fucked that up.
All right, Chris, I guess if you were ready, go ahead and go with the letter F.
Okay.
Joel, hold on. Before you go. Joel, what? That was using the letter M. I said F.
Letter
Go
M.
ahead, Chris. Yeah, he's
Say
looking
it,
at- look at
Domo.
his
Say
notes.
it, Domo.
Say it with your
What?
chest.
Say it,
Say it.
Domo.
Bam, that, huh?
Oh, thank you.
All right, go ahead, Chris.
The TCU Frogs for the college team.
Oh, frogs. I was like,
I know me too.
Um,
My
started-
teeth.
you said TCU.
Yeah.
yeah, you.
I know. I was talking about the frogs.
But
Though.
name,
Frogs.
but the name is Texas Christian University is the name of the school.
And
That's
they're actually
true,
the
though.
Texas
horned
Christian
frogs.
University.
But there's frogs. Shut up. All right. You're being way too specific on this.
It has to
Something-
start with the letter.
Something you'd find on the NFL at an NFL game. The field.
Nice. That's a good one.
Player in any sport, Fernando Valenzuela.
Okay, great.
And then the team name, Falcons.
Okay, good. We're not gonna count the horn.
Dude, oh my God.
Chris, it doesn't start with
It's
the letter.
TCU.
1, 2.
It's
They're not
Texas
called.
Christian
They're
University.
not Texas
Domo,
Christian
say it
University
again.
frogs. They're horned frogs.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do the Falcons again, the Air Force ones, whatever the hell it's called. But no, the school's name is Air Force. That's almost going to get like
Carlos?
one. Watch.
Carlos, go.
Can I go next?
Okay, Domo, go.
So I can show you.
The
College team name. The college team name is Florida State University.
Good one.
FSU.
Go
What do you
ahead.
find in an NFL game? A first down.
Oh,
And then
that's good.
I fucked up on the player name.
All right, good job.
It's Refrigerator Perry, but I was gonna put Refrigerator Perry. You know what I mean?
No.
I thought it was,
Domo, can you say it
for
to
some reason I thought
yourself?
it was-
Nope.
Can you say it to yourself, pendejo?
No, you're still looking down.
Shit.
And then I had the same. I had the same thing. Team name Falcons had the same thing.
Who said?
So-
I was gonna say
Florida
refrigerator.
State University. Yeah,
Alright.
just to fuck around.
Chris and Domo are tied with 3.
All
Carlos.
right. I got the
I'll count
Florida-
Domos if you count mine.
Nah.
I got the Florida Gators.
Oh, nice.
Oh, damn. Okay.
that starts with an F.
What do you find in a football game? A football.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think
Nice.
about that.
I had finding a flag, like a penalty flag.
That's what I was going to say, but I felt like you guys were going to be
Flag.
like, no, that doesn't count. For some
That does
stupid
count.
reason.
Why?
Maybe
Why?
No, you'd be like, no,
It
it's
starts
not
with
called
an
a flag.
It starts with an F. Any
was
player, the name, Frank Thomas. You guys know who that is?
Oh yeah, the tank. Yeah,
No,
Frank the
baseball
Tank.
player,
Yeah.
yeah.
baseball player.
Team name, 49ers.
There you go.
Yeah, that counts because it starts with 49ers with an F. Because I was thinking of the logo, which I was like, that's a 4, but
Does it start with a
the
T?
name. Yeah.
I don't know. Just saying.
All right, so Carlos won that one. He got all 4 again.
I'm gonna just say, Misa, can you put the jersey that's right behind you? What is that? It's a 4, not an F. I know you spell it, but I see a 4.
I was like, what are you talking about, that one? Oh, man.
Just saying, but whatever.
You could also say, what college do you go to? I go to Horned Frogs. It still starts with an H. Horned Frogs. You don't go to Frogs.
That was the
Go
wrong
to Frogs,
one.
bro. Go to Frogs, bro.
Oh, man, that was great.
Texan Christian University.
I didn't hear an
Okay.
F until like the last word. That was a TCU frogs.
The whole point is that it's in the name. Frogs is in the name.
Oh, man.
I thought I had to start with it. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I fucked around
That was the
with
thing.
Refrigerator Perry. Like,
No mames, way.
All right.
Whatever.
All right. That was a good game. We'll come up with a new game for next week.
I'm back to back.
we're
No,
gonna-
I want a rematch, bro. That's not fair.
rematch?
Yeah, one more.
I'm
Okay.
back to back
Misa,
champ.
you didn't do yours. You were doing the ad read.
No, the host don't do
No,
it.
yeah, I don't. The host of the game doesn't do it. This is the way we've done
shit.
it. Yeah, because then I can.
So
fuck
what?
myself.
We're gonna do another letter.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
more
we'll do
letter.
another letter. One more
All right,
letter.
come on. We'll give Chris the redemption.
Shut your ass up.
It's still the same thing, or you got to look it up.
No, I think we're
Like categories
You guys
or
want to do
whatever.
the same categories, or you want me to
Yeah.
switch categories?
That way we don't
Different
waste
letter.
time.
Yeah.
Different letter. Okay, so
Yeah.
all right,
Okay.
all right, get ready. We're resetting now.
So now I know it has to start with it. All right, well, let's go.
Yes, yeah. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. The letter is N as in Nancy.
N is in Nancy.
Again, this podcast is brought to you by W.GG. Use our code RTC Sports. You get 10% off on any order and every order. Get yourself a blender bottle. Get yourself a trial sample. You can do their trial thing. It's like
Bro, you're
$15,
tripping me out, bro.
and you can get 10% off.
I know. I got to take my headphones out.
Yeah, you can get 10% off. I mean, that's the point. It's supposed to distract you guys. Try all their flavors. They got a bunch of good flavors. It's good for your health. It's water, and you just mix flavor into it. And then you can get a blender bottle, and you can get a jug or whatever you want. But just use our code RTC Sports at w.gg.
Dude, you
RTC
just trimmed me out. You trimmed me
Sports.
out.
Again, so you guys have 10 seconds.
I lost this one for sure.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right. Chris?
No, I'm not
Go
going
ahead.
first. I'm not going first.
Okay. Domo, you go.
I'll go. You want to go first?
Yeah.
College team. I put Nebraska.
Oh,
I-
the Cornhuskers?
Yeah,
That's what I
Hey,
went with.
I had the same one.
you've heard of them.
I had the same one.
I don't know if I believe you.
That's an easy one.
I'm just
I gave
saying,
even the name of I gave the name, so you know that I know.
Yeah.
I'm just
All right.
saying.
It's on my book.
So,
bro.
so,
All
so
right.
here's my reasoning for this one. So it's things you find in an NFL game. Players that get hurt, any sport, they go to the locker room, they come back. How did you play with that? Remember when Aaron Rodgers played against the Bears? It's been about 3 years ago, something like that. He got hurt bad. Came out and threw like 6 touchdowns afterwards, and his eyes were like. So needles in the locker room, they shoot him up.
Ooh.
That's a
painkillers.
good one.
Legal painkillers, but needles.
I didn't think
Yeah.
about
That's
that.
my reasoning.
No,
That's every sport.
Also
no,
because there's
I didn't think
homeless
about that,
people
though, yeah.
outside with heroin.
Oh, yes.
So there's needles
We're
there.
talking about sports here.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's a good one, though. That's a good one.
A player name. I didn't come up with one because
Okay.
you were doing an ad read and you counted down the last 10 seconds. And then a team name. I did Notre Dame. Any type of
Good
college
one.
team. Notre Dame.
Good one.
So I got 3, I guess.
you got
out of
3,
it.
Go ahead,
yeah.
Chris.
Okay, I'll go next. College team, same thing. Nebraska Cornhuskers. Something you'd find at an NFL game. The NFL logo starts with the letter N.
There you go.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
A
yeah.
player in any sport. He's a pitcher for the Dodgers. His name is Nick Robertson. Don't ask me the number. I just know he's a pitcher and he's right-handed pitcher.
Nice.
And then the team name, the Nationals. Just Nationals, not the Nationals. Just Nationals.
All right, you got it.
Before we
You
get
got it. That's a good one. You got all 4 on that.
what I'm talking
Carlos?
about.
I also, like I said, I got the Nebraska Huskers. I was gonna go with the Nittany Lions, but I Nebraska
Nittany Lions?
Nittany Lions. What you find in the NFL game? net, right?
What?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, like the field goal, like where they practice?
Yeah,
The field goal net?
they
where
make,
they
make,
kick
make
it.
the field goal.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
the
okay,
net
okay,
catches
yeah,
it, right?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, no, I was thinking about like the one they set up for them to warm up. That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
that too. Yeah.
Oh no, I
Well,
was
that
thinking
or the
about
extra
one
point, the
behind
field goal, the ball
goal.
catches the net
Yeah.
through the
Yeah.
field goal
Yep.
post.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Several.
And the NFL player, NFL player, any sports player name Nick Taylor. That he won the. Remember we were talking about the 72-foot putt he made a couple weeks ago to
Oh,
win.
yeah.
Yep,
His
yep,
name was
yep,
Nick Taylor.
yep.
Cool.
And for the team
Carlos
name,
won.
the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Damn, I didn't
That's
think
easy,
about that.
Or the
All right,
Mets.
so Carlos is definitely good at this game. 'Cause
Yeah,
this is the
he's
second
won both
week that
times.
We've played, and he's won both times, both weeks. Yeah, so that's good. Joel, let's see. He had Nevada. He said must be on the football field, not the locker. And then I corrected him. I said it was at a football game. He said, okay,
Nevada.
nachos then. And then he said,
Nachos, there you go.
and then he said, net is the it's spelled GNET. The G is silent. That's what he said. Carlos says like it is. All right, so that's closing out our week today with that little game. We are going to do our top three, which our top three today is top three Hollywood crushes. So if you're in the chat, put your answers in that. If you're not in the chat, I'm not sure why you're not in the chat because it's free. All you got to do is just hit like, subscribe, watch us live every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm talking to you right there that you're looking at me through YouTube. You can just click the link and get on Twitch on Tuesdays. Other than that, we're going to wrap up this week's episode. Again, sponsored by W.GG. Promo code RTC Sports, 10% off. Chris, you want to start off today? Or Carlos? Carlos, you start off. This was your call, so go ahead and start off the top three crushes.
All right, I'm going to start off with...
I have a lot of honorable mentions.
I know. I really do, too. Well, I'm going to start with... I'm going to go old school. So think of her old school, okay? Not now.
Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth.
Yes, Your Highness.
He's like, think of her old school. And Misa's like, oh shit, oh shit.
Because she was in those days, she was my crush. I'm gonna go with Mariah Carey. In them days.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's still really pretty.
Bro, I was like, that doesn't start with an N. I thought we were still playing the game.
Misa,
TCU?
once you tell him, yeah.
Nick
Once you tell
Castellanos.
Misa, he's like, oh.
Hey, everybody, hands up. Hands up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of go with another one, old school, and I'm gonna end it with a new school one.
All right. Is she good old
Pamela
still
Anderson.
or no?
Yeah, she's old now. Pamela Anderson back in
That's still
her
back, yeah.
Baywatch days.
Yeah.
Baywatch
Old school.
days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Baywatch days.
Yeah.
And now Beyonce.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a surprising list, Carlos. And I love how you had to say, like, think about them back then, not now.
No.
Oh, that was good. Domo or Chris?
I'll go. I don't have these in any considerable order, but the first one is old and still current because she's still super gorgeous. It's Salma Hayek.
I'm gonna say,
Damn it.
Oh, yeah.
oh,
That
I was
was
gonna say
mine,
Jennifer
too.
Aniston.
That
Thought you
too.
said Jennifer.
Oh, yeah. My next one would be Margot Robbie,
Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
and then my number one. I have honorable mentions like crazy, but my number one
We all do.
is Elizabeth Olsen. She plays Wanda
Oh, yes.
in
Yeah,
Marvel,
Wanda, yeah.
and the new show with Love and Death, whatever it
I
is.
thought you were gonna say Elizabeth
Yeah.
Taylor.
All right,
Elizabeth Taylor, Horn Frogs.
damn, bro.
Oh, that's good. Go ahead, Domo.
with the F. That's start with the F.
Frank Sinatra.
Frankie Munoz.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Frankie Nunez. Yeah, no particular order. Scarlett Johansson,
Ooh, that's my honorable
Nice.
mention.
Selma Hayek.
Nice.
She just said.
Nice,
Yep.
nice.
and Kate Upton.
Nice.
Oh, Kate Upton, you said? That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Verlander beat you to it, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't. Kate Upton Horned Frogs, not Verlander. Kate Upton Horned Frogs.
Oh,
Man, bro, just leave it alone, bro.
Starts with the F.
Joel said...
Chris leaving in a wheelchair.
Joel said Scarlett Johansson, Zoe Deschanel, and then the wife in the Flaming Hot Cheetos movie. Have you all seen that movie? That's a really good movie. I really like that movie. It's good. It's an inspiring story. Excuse me. And then Joel said Domo is blushing when he said Kate Upton.
And then
I don't. And then Sam said. She said Sam said Tom Holland, Tom Hardy, Tom Hanks.
All Toms. You got to think for Toms and you married a Misel. What's your problem?
Hey, TCU.
Yeah,
what the hell?
Starts with a T.
Tom.
Don't start with an F.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with mine is going to be Jennifer Aniston, and not in any particular order, but just Jennifer Aniston. Salma Hayek for sure is up there for me, and then also Scarlett Johansson.
Our honorable mentions
is
Wait, let's Chris go. Wait, let's Chris go for the
Chris has like
mentions
an
first.
18-minute list, bro.
So no,
he's blushing.
Oh, bro, I'm red. Scarlett Johansson, and then one that is just in the internet that's always, no matter who it is, Ryan Reynolds.
No mames.
Tell me you've never seen a post where it's like everybody's crushing on Ryan Reynolds.
Dude, I love that shit. It's funny.
Yeah.
Mine was.
I just wouldn't say it out loud. Is the thing.
Hey man, I am 100% on my sexuality, bro. I'm good.
Yeah. Mine is
No
J-Law, Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've always had she's just always caught my eye. But that's my honorable mention.
What about the? Nah, bro, we can go hours.
Yeah, seriously.
Mine is J-Lo.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's gonna be
See,
one.
that's one up there too.
And Betty White.
The thing is that you can't even say older than you because I feel like she was just old my whole life.
No. The latest version. He likes the latest version.
Hey, bro.
Oh, rest in peace.
Hey, the latest.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, the latest version, bro.
Oh man. Joel said.
Sam
Ashanti.
said Tom Hiddleston.
What the fuck? I guess I need to switch my name to Tom.
Nah, then she's gonna switch to another letter.
Yeah,
F.
seriously. Oh man. All right.
Never mind.
That
I got. Can I do mine or no?
Yeah, go.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought
yeah.
you did yours.
I thought you did, bro. I'm sorry.
No, I have no.
He's gonna say Kate Upton.
Jennifer Lopez.
He's gonna say Kate Upton again.
No,
Yeah.
no. And then Sofia Vergara. Vergara. Sofia Vergara. Vergara.
Holy crap!
That's for y'all. That's for
That
y'all.
was great,
Pendejo.
dude.
That was too funny, bro. I was not expecting that, bro. Did you do that on purpose? Or is that just like a?
Yes, Vergara.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, hands up,
Sofia
Cabrones.
Vergara.
Hands up, cabrones.
I'm surprised he didn't say Viagra.
Oh man.
That was too funny, bro. I would have had a laugh like that in a
This is
minute.
what our podcast comes to at the end, by the way. So yeah, those are our honorable mentions and great segment right there. This will definitely be clipped. Other than that, man, thanks for joining us. It was a great time. We had a fun time. We had a lot of sports. We also did some golf, and we got deep into the golf stuff now. So
That's what I'm talking about.
yeah. So thanks for joining us live on Twitch. Tuesday nights episodes go live on Wednesdays on Spotify, Apple Podcast. Follow us on YouTube. We have started posting our videos from Twitch recordings onto our YouTube channel. We may actually start transitioning over to YouTube for certain reasons, but we haven't decided that as a team yet. But it is a possibility. Also, go ahead and grab yourself Dubby energy drink.
I can't
and
see
get
it,
yourself a
bro.
Blender
I
bottle.
gotta see it one more time.
Hey, what's the promo code, bro?
Yeah.
It's a little blurry.
Get
Hey,
yourself a
Okay, I see it.
blender
I see
bottle.
it now. I see it.
Blender bottle. Get yourself some flavors. You can try their trial
that's a-
sample. It's
that's
only
a-
$15, and
that's
it
a
comes
beautiful
with
bottle.
the blender bottle. Yeah, it comes
That's
with
a
the
real nice
bottle.
That's a beautiful bottle.
Caffeinated, doesn't give you the jitters. I've tried it today and yesterday, and I honestly, with our podcast, any kind of sponsorships we get, I would only sponsor stuff that I like and I enjoy myself, and I thought that this tasted really well. The boys will be getting their stuff here soon using our promo code RTC Sports at w.gg.
Hey, do me a favor. Do the promo code thing, but do it like if you're reading the news, like with that kind of attitude, so it's nice and official. Come on.
Dum, dum, dum.
You gotta do it like Anchor,
and that was it.
do it like Anchorman. Do it like Anchorman, where it's like 1, 2, 3, and a watch.
Oh man, yeah. But anyways, get your bottle, get your drinks from there. It's super good. They've got good flavor. Really, you get this jug for $30 with 10% off using our code RTC Sports when you check out. Use it, like it, subscribe, follow us on all social media. We're pushing that more. So come hang out with us on Tuesday nights on Twitch. Thanks to everybody that's already followed us. Thanks for the support. Peace out, y'all. Chris, take us out with a song, baby.
Hit it.